mostly zoned for commercial use. Very quickly, Soho became the center of fine arts for the entire world, but not stay that way. This city, where the artists go, the real estate developers follow. One of the other tour guides of this bus company is a former Soho artist. He bought his work in the early 1970s for $3,000. He sold it 5 years later for $12,000. That was a fourfold return on investment only 5 years. He thought he was Nelson Rockefeller. He should have held on to it. Same loft less than 15 years ago, $300,000. They go to a small, most decrepit in the Soho area. I know one loft. It's not the entire building, but the ground floor of the building. On the market now for $9 billion. No starving artists so anymore. They've all been starved out. 2 traffic lights is Houston Street. Beyond Houston Street is Soho. Beyond Soho is a white skyscraper with a green steeple. That's the Woolworth building. That's number 3 of New York City's 4 essential skyscrapers. It was the tallest building in the world for about 13 years. Even today, the most richly decorated skyscraper in the world. Called the Cathedral of Commerce, the women's Gothic motif. Okay, that's 3 of 4. 4 of 4, look behind you. I'm not going to talk about it, but there's number 4. That's a Chrysler building, dramatically framed by Broadway with the church. I'll talk about that later. Okay, Soho in front of you has got a very distinctive type of architecture. It is called cast iron. Cast iron is tremendously strong vertically. It's not nearly as strong horizontally. There's too much carbon and metal for that. So most of the buildings on either side of you right now do not have supporting interior walls. They're held up by iron pillars, but they still have hardwood floors. That's because of the amount of carbon in the metal. There's more cast iron in Soho than anywhere else in the world. Do we have anybody getting off for Soho? Okay, guys, I knew that was there, but you did not know I knew it was there, and none of you warned. Look what he did. He took out his camera to watch me get whacked in the back of the head. Bad tourist, bad. This tour is a series of tests. You have just failed one miserably. There's a tip box at the end. Don't blow it twice. Okay, so we do have for Soho, right? Remain seated. We've got to get through the intersection and just sit till then. All right. One of the most important Soho cast iron loft spaces is not this block, it's the next block. End of the block on the left side, painted gray, and has a clock. As we pass it, you see no supporting interior walls held up by a forest of iron pillars. Specific to that building is the first building in the world to have a public elevator. 2 important differences between cast iron and skyscraper. With cast iron, the metal support is only vertical. With skyscrapers, it's both vertical and horizontal. It is a complete metal skeleton. Also with skyscrapers, you have elevators that allows you to go above 6 stories. So, head of this block on the left side, world's first public elevator, Randolph skyscrapers. And this brings me back to Robert Moses. Robert Moses was allowed to do pretty much whatever he wanted in the outer boroughs of New York City. He destroyed communities, he damaged the economy. He had to do most of what he wanted in the outer edges of Manhattan Island, damaging the economy. He did not get a completely free hand. But he did not get a completely